South Africa, pay close attention. A moment of reckoning is approaching, one that no protest anthem, no mass rally, no furious media statement can prevent. For the first time in nearly 20 years of his political dominance, Jacob Zuma finds himself on the brink of a financial abyss, and the state holds the power to push him over. A judicial order has mandated that Zuma reimburse a 28.9 million in public funds used for his endless legal defenses. Failure to pay will result in the seizure of his properties, including his presidential pension. This is the same pension he accrued while presiding over an era of state capture, the very same pension financed monthly by the citizens. Suddenly, old donation drives are reappearing. Anxiety is gripping Zuma's core allies. Followers are being rallied, and the MK party is frantically working to control the story, because this transcends finances, it is about profound public shaming. It is the sound of accountability arriving at the gate of MCLA. Let's examine the details. Zuma's years after office have been dedicated to challenging the legal system, ridiculing it, and labeling it a partisan witch hunt. However, in a powerful response from the Gauteng High Court on Wednesday, the system struck back. Judge Anthony Miller decreed that Zuma is personally liable to pay back all state-financed legal aid connected to his corruption, fraud, and criminal cases related to the arms deal. The time for evasion, procedural delays, and stalemate tactics is over. Zuma has a strict 60-day window to secure the R28.9 million, or forfeit the financial safety net still funded by the public. This verdict sent tremors through Zuma's network. Although he performs an image of strength at MK party events, the reality is starkly different. He is trapped financially. His court fights continue, his liabilities are mounting, and time is running out. Right after the judgment, Zuma's allies redistributed an old online fundraiser, pleading with South Africans to donate and help him settle the debt with the state. They are asking the populace to pay twice, first for his attorneys, and now to refund that very expense. This time, however, the Jacob Zuma Foundation is apprehensive. Its representative quickly released a notice urging backers to hold off, stating there is no approved fundraising drive at this moment. The reason? They must first navigate the legal crisis carefully. A single misstep could bring fraud charges atop the existing billions in corruption allegations he faces. Do not be mistaken, they urgently need the funds. They are merely attempting to project an image of control while they gather resources. The foundation states it will seek advice from Zuma's legal team before outlining a formal plan. In essence, they are racing to find a way to finance the former president's liabilities without revealing the extent of his financial ruin. Consider this: Zuma's pension is a significant sum. Ex-presidents receive over R3 million annually, along with extensive perks. Yet his pension, homes, and cars are all now at risk if he cannot produce the R28.9 million. The state can legally confiscate furniture from MCLA, seize his cattle, and target assets registered under relatives' names. This marks the start of a political battle. Zuma is not merely contesting the judiciary, he is confronting the very government he once headed, and that government is now compelled to demonstrate its commitment to the rule of law by enforcing this payment, or be seen as impotent. If they fail to collect, the principle of legal accountability is shattered. If they succeed, Zuma's aura of invincibility is broken. Regardless, the political landscape is shifting, and Jacob Zuma, who has often smirked in courtrooms while obstructing justice, is for the first time confronting the real price of his actions. The judge's ruling was precise. The state's claim was split, R18.2 million from October 2021, with an additional R10.7 million later. Zuma disregarded both notices. He only engaged after the state initiated legal proceedings. This was not unforeseen. Zuma was aware it was imminent but believed he could evade it indefinitely. Now the legal process has overtaken him. The state demands its money back, and now the impact is deeply personal. Merge this financial crisis with the ongoing turmoil around the MK party. Zuma is anticipated to give a press conference shortly, driven by necessity, not choice. He will probably condemn the courts, allege a government-led vendetta, and mobilize his base. He will declare the law is being weaponized, yet the facts remain undeniable. For 20 years, the state bankrolled his personal legal fights. The public paid as he stole justice, and now the invoice has been delivered. We must pose the difficult query: who will bail Zuma out? Will the MK party be transformed into a collection agency? Will wealthy associates intervene discreetly to safeguard their political stakes? Or will his supporters, countless of whom are jobless and struggling, be urged once more to give generously to a leader who seldom reciprocated that sacrifice? And if the state begins confiscating possessions, what becomes of his political persona of invulnerability? A man who styles himself as the great survivor would suddenly appear fragile, impoverished, and trapped. Politically, this is a perilous juncture for Zuma. A cornered leader can act erratically. He might intensify his assaults on state bodies. He could try to disrupt parliament via the MK party. He may promote conspiracy theories with renewed vigor. Losing my pension is political victimization. We can almost hear the speech being drafted. Yet the reality is this: Zuma's pension is not a sign of persecution, it is a symbol of long overdue accountability. As he campaigns as a champion of the impoverished, the state spent $28.9 million protecting him, not the populace. Now the taxpayers rightfully want a refund. Consider the repercussions: if Zuma fails to pay within 60 days, his pension is frozen, his properties are targeted, his cars are taken, asset forfeiture units are mobilized, a former head of state is handled like any common debtor. This is the source of the current panic. Zuma cannot withstand another significant legal defeat, both figuratively and literally. Connect this to the broader narrative unfolding in South Africa's political arena: the MK party disrupting coalition politics, allegations of illicit backing from diamond magnates, Zuma entangled in numerous court cases, the MK party itself requiring funds for elections and legal appeals, and internal disorder as its leaders struggle for cohesion. The timing is disastrous for Zuma. Just as he attempts to display command from the MK stage, his legal constraints are intensifying. His resistance only deepens his predicament. Herein lies the ultimate irony: Zuma endured his expulsion from the ANC, he withstood the State Commission investigations, he even survived a prison sentence, albeit briefly, before his medical release. Yet what could ultimately defeat him is not a political rival or a criminal conviction, it might simply be an invoice, a bill he can no longer avoid. Supporters might demonstrate, his lawyers may file appeals, his foundation might launch new payment portals, but the judgment is unequivocal: the debt must be settled. This situation extends beyond Zuma himself. It is a crucial test for the nation. Will South Africa finally uphold accountability for its most powerful former leaders, or will it persist in the charade that certain individuals are beyond reach? The court has delivered its ruling. The countdown has started. The international community is observing. Jacob Zuma constructed his legacy by opposing the establishment. Now that establishment is demanding repayment. The wheels of justice may turn gradually, but they never lose track. Ready or not, his fiscal day of judgment is here. The era of the public subsidizing his defense has concluded. The era of Zuma financing Zuma has now commenced. Should he default, the state will reclaim what it is due, asset by asset, rand by rand, until both the law and its people receive their full restitution. South Africa, this is accountability in action. A pivotal chapter. A clear message to all in power: corruption always presents a final invoice. In the end, someone has to settle it.